tuning on the waves are.
Circumstantial Radio. 102.5!
We are going to broadcast some soundscapes that have been produced last week, and there's some people with only their names and not their family names who want to present them. I'm happy to introduce you my co-presenter. What's your name?
Ramon.
Ramon.
Yes.
Welcome, Ramon.
Welcome, yeah. Welcome to Circumstantial Radio. Once again. Are you guys in? Are you guys tuned in? Are you guys ready? Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it would be best to play already the first soundscape, and that is called Bathtub Conversations.
Take a walk, dance, take a jog. Come on, do something. I have good bitches around me. Yup. I have people that care about me.
All right, that was the first one.
Yes.
We're going to have a short interview with the maker. Hello.
Which one did I talk to? This one?
Yeah,
This
you
one?
can choose that one.
Wait.
And
Oh,
this
no.
chair is a bit unstable. You can ask
Yes.
questions.
So introduce yourself to the ears listening.
To the ears. Hi, ears. My name is Bean.
Bean.
Hi. Thank you for having me. That was my soundscape thingy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What can you tell us? What can you say about this thingy? There's this soundscape you created.
Okay, well, sorry. So I guess when Paul talked about making a soundscape, he also explained experimenting with audio and just going out there and looking for sounds. So usually I think about what I do before I do it, but I just did it this time. I just recorded a conversation I had with my friends, and then I took all those pieces and just put it together, and that's what I made. I didn't really think about a concept or anything.
Okay. So
Yeah.
just using the ears.
Yeah, I
And,
guess.
Do you have a title for this product of listening?
I called it Bathtub Conversations because we were in the bathtub while we were having the conversation. But yeah, just because that was a location, but I didn't think that it would give any more meaning to the work.
Okay. And how did the location and the sounds surrounding it sink in?
I think it added just, I guess it's called reverb or echo or something like that. But we could have easily had the conversation in, I guess, outside or in a bedroom or whatever. So I don't think it added anything.
All right. Thank you for that. And
You're welcome.
yes, do you make soundscapes more often? Or?
I guess you could say so. Yeah, I combine sound with my videos, but that's usually actually I do. Yeah, I recorded not too long ago. I recorded a audio of the waves at night at a weekend house, and I did some singing, I did some talking, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Maybe an impossible question now.
Okay.
Where's your identity, or how would somebody recognize you in the sound? What is the you?
That's a great question, actually. I like that question. I think you don't recognize me in the soundscape. I think you recognize a group of people because it were three people that were talking. So if you know me, you would recognize it. But if you don't know me, you would only hear three girls talking.
Mm-hmm. But you would recognize a person. There's a personality in the sound.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A very strong one, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that there are multiple. If you listen closely, you can hear softer speaking and louder speaking and yelling, sad people and happy people, angry people. So there are multiple personalities, which I really like. Because I'm a Gemini.
You're a what?
That's my sign. I'm a Gemini, so I have multiple personalities, I guess.
It's called schizophrenia?
Yeah, a little bit schizo, yeah. A little bit schizo.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you are.
Take a walk, dance, take a jog. Come on, do something. I have good bitches around me. Yup. I have people that care about me.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
The next one is from Erin. The
Erin.
title is Erin.
Yes.
It's
Erin.
called Soundscape. Is there Erin?
Yes,
there?
Erin.
That's my song. And there's a few drops afterwards. What sounds are in there?
Most of them are extremely quiet. Well, due to some errors. But I think it actually pretty much fits well for some weird, creepy feel for when you're in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine just being in the dark and you just hear some weird beeping noises. And at the end, you just hear some very small scream.
And what is the origin of the sound?
Well, to be honest, there isn't much of an origin to it. I kind of just thought of it'd be cool. I sometimes like to make stuff to be a bit creepy. It's kind of me sometimes.
But I mean, where did you record the sound? Where did you find it?
Well, the origin of this sound is that I decided to ask everyone if we could just scream or just out loud, and they agreed. We just screamed, and I just made the pitch much more lower and much more far away. I even recorded some sounds of banging on some tunes, and I reversed the sound so it sounds a little bit more freaky because it's unusual sound. It's reversed, and I even record some sounds of some ambience of in the wilderness. That's the origin of all the recordings.
And you did a lot of processing to the sound, digital effects.
A little bit. I've been playing around with them, and I've never been done this that much before, so first time I ever actually done these effects. So
I have a question for you, Aaron. Would you say there was like a visual, like you were listening and there was like visual representation of the sounds you were hearing or the effects you were adding to the sounds?
it's like what I visualize about
were
the
you
representation.
visualizing something while making or recording or?
Well, not 100%. Was I really visualizing something that I just thought about it being just some weird things that you would be hearing? I had multiple ideas for what it could represent, like as if it represents your mind thinking, and there's like all the beeps is like pieces of your brain thinking of each thoughts over and over. Or I thought about I was visualizing the whole dark and forest when you're hearing creepy noises.
Okay. The title is Soundscape.
Yes.
Soundscape. Nice.
Circumstantial Radio. 102.5!
All right, the next track is from George, and here it starts. Hi George, what's the title of this one?
The title is
A bit more closer to the microphone, please.
the title is when I'm thinking about too much things at the same time. Yeah, I'm trying to relax a bit, but yeah, the thoughts you have in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And it's your own voice?
yeah. I use that voice. It's a piece of a song I was singing in the bedroom, like, and when you have a shower you feel like free, you feel like kind of happy. Yeah, it was really relaxing. I want to hear my song back, my own voice.
Mm-hmm.
So I recorded, and yeah, I use a piece of that in the soundscape. Yeah.
George, would you say the use of rhythm helps you relax? Because I saw the rhythm with the percussive sounds. Would you say that rhythm helps you relax and,
Yeah, that's like describing the when I am trying to relax. I think of soft sounds in my head, like trying to be calm and telling myself everything is going to be okay, and that sort of stuff.
do things like actually are okay? Are things
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
going to
are they
be
okay?
okay. Like
Mhm.
when you to work, you feel better. Mm.
Yeah, go
See,
on. It's the machine.
Mhm.
yeah, you feel better and relaxed, and at the end of the day you feel like everything went. It's not like good, but it's okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it a little bit like self-therapy?
Yeah, self-therapy. Yeah, like a therapy you do to keep calm down.
Yeah. And you also could think of how it could work for other people, because for others it is relaxing as well, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I think we all fell asleep here in the studio.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Welcome.
Next one is called Soundscape from Buena, but I'm sure there's a different title to it.
Yeah, there's a difference.
But I play it first. End to it. Yeah, don't touch the microphone when it's on. It sounds a bit spooky. Is that correct?
My intention wasn't it for it to be spooky. I was recording my tortoises eating.
Tortoises?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
These are the sounds of tortoises.
yeah, they were eating, and because they were outside, you can hear like the plane also.
Ah.
Because I didn't plan it but the plane started was landing, and yeah, so that came up. I personally didn't make the soundscape. I only recorded it. Angelo made it for me. I'm giving him the credit. Yeah, but I did like the end result of it. So yeah, that's it. And the title is Six Tortoises.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why? That's the big question. The why.
Why did I record my tortoises?
Exactly.
Because I like my pets. Especially my tortoises. I don't know. I feel like I have an emotional connection to them.
What would it mean to the one who's listening to your sounds now in the car, driving around in Willemstad?
What would it mean for them to listen to it?
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe they will enjoy it or think something more to it than the sound. They will just imagine what was happening, everything that was happening that made the sound what it is.
Do you expect somebody to recognize that in this composition?
Recognize the...
Maybe this intimacy of a pet, or a personal bond you have with the pet?
I don't think so, because at first when I let people listen to only the recording, it sounded like a human was eating, and but I know that it's my tortoises that was eating. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. You have a question?
Why did you have any direct choices and direct creative power for the changes for the end result, given you haven't actually done that part of the process yourself?
I did. So Angelo, when Angelo was editing the soundscape, I did give him some pointers and if I liked it or not. And yeah, so I was guiding him in the direction of how I wanted it to be.
Okay. Thank you. And here's the jingle of last year.
This is Circumstantial Radio on 102.5.
Now we are going to talk about jungle fever.
Jungle fever.
The soothing sound of birds.
Yep.
Why?
Let's just say my sister owns, let's say, a zoo or pet zoo, let's say.
Mm.
And there are a lot of birds. So I hear the sound, let's say, daily.
Mm.
But it's not, let's say, an annoying sound. It's kind of soothing in a way. So I just thought I might as well grab the birds' noises. Maybe some wind, water noises. Even a monkey, and I just added it, and I thought about a jungle.
How many layers are in this composition?
If I'm not mistaken, 4 or 5, around there.
It sounds quite natural. Where you're striving towards this, that it would sound not very artificial, that you added in a technical way these layers, that it had to sound also like nature.
I was hoping it sounded like nature. I wanted to feel like you're actually walking through a jungle, and I don't know if I made it. That's up to the listeners, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Gwen. Ramon. Sorry.
So Hank, jungle fever. Did you the fever part? Would you say it's like a culmination of different different energies? So like, because when I think of jungle fever, I think of the opening scene with Lion King with the bird, and then in the savannah, and all the animals.
Yeah. Well, no.
No, okay.
I just thought about jungle, and then the first thing that popped in my head, fever, because I was feeling very sick at the moment. So 2 names put together, done. Jungle fever.
So and are there parts of this feeling sick within the soundscape?
No, not at all. I just like it. Every single part of it, I like it. So relaxing, I hope.
All right. Jungle fever, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we go to the next composition now. That is called Monster Growl. Wait a minute. It's very short, so get your ears sharpened. I think I play it again. One of the shortest composition in history of music. Why is so short? Why didn't you give me more?
Well, it was the first time that I actually worked with sounds, and I thought, maybe a monster growl would be rather short, as in more aggression. But I was also short on time, I'll be honest with that. So I kind of worked with what I've got. I've used dolphin clicks, because I thought the alien predator type of feeling into it. And I used metal scraping sound effects into it as well, and then lowered it. So it makes more of a deeper growl with the clicks.
Did you record the sounds yourself, like the clicking of the dolphins?
No, I could not go to Sea Aquarium and ask a dolphin to click for me, but I was able to record the metal scraping.
Okay. And is there a lot of processing going on in it?
I used about, I think, 4 layers for it. It was like different type of metal scrapings, like maybe lighter, maybe darker, one reversed. And I mean, it was a fun thing for me to do, but I think I should have done it a bit more longer, honestly.
Where's your identity? Why did you choose to have this intense short piece of sound?
People that know me know that I love creatures, or well, like the weird mythical creatures like Godzilla or kaijus. So if people are gonna think like, oh, you know, Joy was after that, of course Joy was after. So yeah, that was pretty much the idea about why I chose the monster growl.
But that's more like a cultivated image.
Cultivating, yeah.
Is that you? I mean, how would you make a sound like this? Are you like reinventing manga, or why particularly this? This sounds also a bit grim. Do you have a dark side?
No. I was more thinking about making a monster having its own growl and stuff, since I also want to do something with designing creatures for maybe like futuristic games or like alien movies, etc. So it was a bit of everything, honestly.
Yeah, I found that the third time I heard it, I heard more things. Narmata, it was longer for me. Like it felt longer. It felt the third time it played, it felt like I was listening to more things. Would you say there is like this gradual movement within this super short recording of sound? Or
I would, when I've always had it on repeat, trying to see if it's good or not. And when I also heard it for multiple times, I also thought about the same thing. Like maybe it is that type of situation where it became like closer, or like what you just said. But yeah, pretty much.
All right, thank you. Nashita is the next one. Well, what's the title of this one, Nashita?
It's untitled.
Why is it untitled?
I don't know. I didn't think of a title, but I could call it my morning routine, I guess, because it's just sounds I hear in the morning.
You're kidding. Is this your morning routine?
Yeah, it's just the sounds I hear in the morning, I guess. Yeah.
It sounds like it's coming from the effects box from Hollywood.
Yeah.
What were the sounds? What is your routine?
The wind is just me opening my window and hearing the birds outside in the wind. And the bird that's like screaming is my bird that I have at home, which screams very loud every day in the morning. And then the ruffling sound of like rocks is me cleaning my turtle's aquarium. Yeah.
And would you say you were listening, because of course these routines you go through them every morning, right? So would you say you studied this why by listening a few mornings before you actually recorded these, or that you actually just walk with your recorder and recorded these?
Yeah, I decided to just walk around because I didn't notice like all the sounds, I guess, together, and then was interesting to hear that in one compilation, I guess.
Are there new sounds that you heard after you recorded?
Kinda. I never heard the pigeons outside. The sounds they make, that was interesting. And yeah, for the rest, not really.
And there's no other humans, no mom screaming.
No, I cut them out.
You cut. Okay,
Yeah,
so those you cut out your
Yeah.
routine. So it's like your filtered morning.
My
routine.
filtered morning, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Tuning on the waves of Circumstantial Radio. 102.5!
The next one is from Paula. We go ahead to the next one. Summer of 2019 from Aisha. I hope she's in the house. Hello, Aisha. This was a short one, I would say. Why so short?
It was an experimentation, so it was the first try. And when I've done this in the past, I tend to overdo it. So I was trying to try short and then lengthen it as time goes by.
Mm-hmm. And what means did you use? What technique? What instruments?
The voices you hear are mostly my voices during the summer when I was talking to myself and recording it. And I like the sound of echo, so I just used a lot of reverb and sometimes delay and an equalizer sometimes.
It's a little bit like a self-portrait.
Yeah, of my summer, of my mental state in the summer.
Your mental state even, that's very close.
Yeah. Cause
and you want to share that with an audience?
I guess to need per se with an audience, it's mostly just for me to verwerk it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought because I was doing all these recordings, I could make something with the recordings. So at the beginning of the summer, I knew I wanted to make a soundscape of the summer, and I didn't know how it was gonna end up. So I just made recordings during every week one, and then I noticed that in the 8 weeks we had or something, I was going mental a bit.
Mm.
So that's what I wanted to make out of it, to just verwerk the feelings of stress and mental breakdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just to have a portrait of my summer.
Yeah, it's therapeutic as well.
Yeah, it was.
Did you lose some of the stress by making this?
I did, because that's why I ended it with a laugh, because I had hours of sample sound, and as I was listening to it, I was like laughing at myself, because it was ridiculous, to be honest. Everything I was saying was very ridiculous. I didn't add everything because some of it was really personal, but I'm just trying to laugh to make myself laugh at my past self.
I have a question for you. So I imagined you had a lot of sample, time with recordings, and because it's, of course, you're 8 weeks of summer.
Yeah.
8 weeks long worth of recording, and every the roller coaster ride of your life and your days. How was it for you to make choices into what you were going to add in this very short, I'd say, short piece of sound?
Because this was just the first experiment, I only used like 3 of the samples, so not all of them, because there's one that's literally 12 hours long that I did not have time to listen the whole thing to. But I just cut out the pieces that, yeah, I fell asleep. I cut out the pieces that I found most that could vocalize how I was feeling. Like I'm on the verge of a mental breakdown was basically it. But like those parts of it were like the parts I found humoristic, that would humor me, and that could really be, how do I say this? That really meant something in that summer. So that's
highlights.
Yeah, highlights of
that you can look back to.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
Thank you. We are going to play Tyler's piece now.
Tyler, what were you listening to?
What was I listening to? It's just me walking actually on dry grass, and just adding slow-mo effect and reverb on it. And I don't know, I was just kind of messing around and see what I would get out of it. And kind of sounds like bad weather. It's kind of stormy outside, a lot of lightning and stuff like that. Cozy stuff.
Cozy stuff.
Yeah,
stay inside.
Stay inside. Don't go outside. For all the people listening, don't go outside.
So that was pretty honest and straightforward about it. Just a recording of me walking on dry grass.
Yeah.
And would you say you saw an added value at the end of making this soundscape? What did you grow from by making this?
I was like, maybe I should do ASMR.
ASMR. I mean, you have the sound, the voice for ASMR.
No, I'm just tired. Like for real.
All right. And the title of this soundscape was?
I just called it Tyler's soundscape. People you guys call me Tyler, so it's like Tyler's soundscape.
Tyler's soundscape.
Yeah. Shout out to Angelo. They helped me make this, by the way. He's helping everybody out.
Angelo was very busy these days, I understand.
Yeah.
Generous.
I miss his jingle though. But we have a wonderful jingle. I'm going to play it once again.
Tuning on the waves of Circumstantial Radio. 102.5.
Okay, we have now our last contribution by Julius. Julius also climbs up to the microphone for after the soundscape. We're going to ask some questions to him. But first, Warmth 3.
I should stay. I'll postpone my leaving for another day. Postpone my leaving for postpone my leaving for another day. Postpone my leaving for postpone my leaving for another day. I should stay another day. Stay another day. Another day. You need me good reason why.
That sounds very charming, actually.
It does.
Thank you. It's not your voice.
Well, my voice is in there.
Ah, yeah.
But it's not the main voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this piece was it started off with just audio from a special person. Yeah, it is from a video where this special person is singing to me while she is recording me. So it was directed towards me, or I hope so. And yeah, it is something that comforts me, and it is very soothing to hear. So I wanted to make a piece that I guess interprets that feeling I get when I listen to it in a way, and just my mind state, or like the way I was thinking in that moment of making this piece.
Isn't it a little bit like showing the love letters to anyone?
Yeah, in a way it is. It might be, yeah.
And why did you choose to do that?
Well, this is my second soundscape, quotation marks. The first one, I used a lot of sounds in my house and where I lived, and this one I did not want to use sounds that or just record random sounds around me or things. I immediately thought of this video because when we were talking about sound and things around you, and interpret them as something different or a feeling, and I just thought of this immediately about just the feeling it gave me, and I thought this powerful, I wanted to make something with it.
By listening to it, I could really hear precision and choice, right? What did you listen to this for? The actual original sound bit. Did you listen to that? On repeat? Because I get the impression that you did.
Well, I might have made a loop version. That yeah, I might have fallen asleep to that.
That's cute.
I should stay another day, stay another day, another day. You need me good reason why.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think we came to a conclusion of this broadcast. We played all the contributions, all the soundscapes. I like to thank Ramon for the questions as well.
Yes, sir, maestro.
And yeah, let's play your jingle again.
Tuning on the waves of Circumstantial Radio. 1, 2,
Oh, crap. I hope the people didn't hear that.
Where's yours?
What?
Where's yours?
That's the jingle.
Oh, I thought you made
I was kidding. I was like, oh, I can cigarette now.
Well,
Yeah, the mic was on. And mom was like listening.
wait, smokes?
Let me see your lungs. I don't trust you. Let me see your lungs. Come on, hand them over.
Look kind of dark to me.
Sorry. Okay. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a falafel.